How's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest gaming news, rumors, and speculation. First off, real quick, sorry if my energy levels aren't skooma compatible today. I actually have a pretty bad migraine, but the show must go on. Also, real quick, the channel has an official subreddit now, r/SkullziField, which you should totally join, by the way. There should be a link down in the description below for it, unless I forgot because of my migraine. Today, though, I want to talk about a new rumor that has been floating around for a while now. A rumor that is actually directly supported by Bethesda statements, and at the same time, a rumor that probably will come true because, and I'll quote Todd Howard himself, if you all stop buying Skyrim again, we'll stop re-releasing it. And seeing how 2 entire generations of gaming technology has passed by since a single-player Elder Scrolls game has been released, I'd say chances are pretty high that people would indeed buy Skyrim one more time. And so far, we got a version of Skyrim for each generation of gaming technology, but the current one. Skyrim came out in 2011, ye old ancient times back in the Dawn era, and Skyrim first came out for the PC, the Xbox 360, and the PS3. Wow, I haven't talked about those consoles in what seems like forever now, really? Put stuff into perspective. Skyrim's initial release year was also 2 years before the launch of the Xbox One and the PS4, and this was back when Bethesda claimed they didn't do remakes and specifically stated they most likely never would do a remake. Until they actually did. They remastered Skyrim for the Xbox One, the PS4, and new gaming PC hardware at the time. They overhauled the lighting, some textures, the depth of field. They gave Nazim more of an attitude, and they gave the dragon bigger balls that didn't actually shrink in the cold, unlike the weak sauce horses from Red Dead Redemption 2. The Skyrim remaster literally surprised everyone shortly before they all bought it again, as we are all simply Todd Howard's familiars at this point, bending to his will, and little do we know, but all of our souls are already stuck in Skyrim forever. Skyrim turned out to be the biggest soul-trapped spell no one even noticed. Fast forward 7 years and we are in the ray tracing era, and another generation of consoles, that being the Xbox Series X and the PS5. No, I didn't misspeak there. And shortly after this new generation of gaming, the one that we're currently in, people were already wondering if Bethesda would pull Skyrim out of the crypts of Bleak Falls Barrow, using a necromancy spell to reanimate Skyrim's tired corpse for one last dance. The Skyrim remastered Super Specialer Double Edition. After all, one can easily argue that the jump from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series X era was far better than the jump from the 360 to the Xbox One era in terms of the increase in technical capabilities and graphical fidelity. We have ray tracing now. We can trace all the rays, for example, which definitely wasn't something that existed back during the Xbox One times, or at least it wasn't as feasible to have in games back then. Definitely wasn't as performance friendly, that's for sure, even if they were messing around with tracing the rays back in those times. So with all this in mind, it does seem like it would make total sense for there to be one more Skyrim remaster, especially considering we won't actually be getting Starfield until next year, and the Elder Scrolls 6 probably won't come out until, I guess, 2026, according to Phil Spencer of Xbox. So we still have more than a year to go without any new Bethesda Game Studios single-player content, which is totally not cool, man. The last Bethesda Game Studios single-player game was almost 10 years ago. 10 freaking years, which is just insane to say out loud, and I already feel like I somehow summoned the Sheogorath accidentally just by saying something so crazy. You heard me right though, Choom. Skyrim is about to get its 10th anniversary, its 10th birthday, which actually sounds like the perfect opportunity to remaster it one more time for Todd Howard, of course. So Skyrim's 10th anniversary mixed with new technology like ray tracing combines to make another Skyrim remaster not only likely, but it actually makes a lot of sense. I'm actually surprised Bethesda hasn't realized this and started hinting towards another potential remaster already. Oh wait, they actually did, and it seems like everyone forgot about it. And while Bethesda didn't straight up and say they were remastering Skyrim again, at the same time, when does Bethesda actually say anything ever? Generally, they are as quiet about a game as possible up until the game actually releases, and obviously Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6 are the anomalies here. But Starfield is a new IP, so Bethesda had to show it off early, and at the same time, Starfield is coming out before the Elder Scrolls 6, so in order to calm the angry Elder Scrolls fans, they dropped the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer right after Starfield's announcement back in 2018. That way, people would know Todd Howard didn't forget that Elder Scrolls existed, and the Elder Scrolls 6 was definitely going to come at some point hopefully in some of our lifetimes. But now for the evidence that, in my opinion, supports this potential Skyrim with ray tracing remaster. The Skyrim Todd Howard Special Edition Supreme. Remember though, although I feel like the chances are pretty high of another Skyrim remaster, the following is still speculation based on recent Bethesda statements and already existing Skyrim remaster patterns. Still though, it's just my take on things, my educated guess, so don't go around drinking skooma while riding a cliff racer and shouting about how confirmed this all is. But I still feel like it has a high chance of happening. Anyway, the evidence I keep talking about but not actually showing because ADHD is my permanent mood is right here, and some of you may remember this actually, but it seems like the majority of people have forgotten, most likely because this announcement came out during the madness of E3 2021 and was overshadowed by the literal new Starfield in-engine trailer that we received. But as you can see here, Bethesda tweeted this little tweet on June 13th, which states as follows: as Skyrim's 10th anniversary approaches, we want to hear from you. Submit your fan art, cosplays, or a short video about your time in Skyrim and you might get featured in an upcoming project. We can't wait to hear from you. Hashtag Xbox Bethesda. And then they dropped this little link right here taking you to this official website. A website where Bethesda wants you to submit your best Skyrim creations, whether it's a video, picture, fan art, cosplay, or whatever. Bethesda wants you to show them what you got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got.
Also, on another small but interesting note, there was apparently an official Skyrim 10th anniversary vinyl that is now sold out where the actual records look like sweet rolls, which is actually pretty awesome to be honest. Sorry if you all can hear my neighbor mowing his lawn. I think my neighbor is stuck in some kind of like form of hell to where he can't actually like die or pass away and just continuously mows his lawn forever as if he is controlled by some sort of Dragon Age spirit of some kind. But either way, clearly Bethesda is at least noticing Skyrim Senpai and is looking to do something special for the only single-player game they released within the last 10 years, which is cool, but I think there's a lot more going on with this 10th anniversary celebration than just this contest and these sweet roll records. I believe this is all going to be the foundation for a huge new Skyrim announcement, a remastered version of Skyrim yet again, except this time Skyrim could have ray tracing technology, or at least will be massively overhauled again somehow if Bethesda can't get the creation engine to trace all the rays. And even if ray tracing isn't in this remaster, gaming technology and performance has improved so much since the last Skyrim, Xbox One and PS4 remaster that even without the ray tracing, the game would still bolster massive improvements and hopefully even added stability, bug fixes, and perhaps cut content, as anyone who used the cutting room floor mod for Skyrim before would no doubt know there is a decent amount of actual cut content from the game, including immersive NPC dialogue, more player homes, and even entire villages that were cut from the game. All this would be perfect to include in this Skyrim remaster, especially if it happens to be the last remaster of Skyrim ever, which it probably would be. I don't see Bethesda remastering Skyrim again after Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6 are out already. And at the same time, this would give us some solid single-player content to hold us over until Starfield releases in November of next year. And another note, those of us who have Xbox Game Pass subscriptions would no doubt get this new version of Skyrim for free through Xbox Game Pass on day one. I can basically almost guarantee that, which is why I think this new remaster would indeed be released on the PS5 as well, and Xbox would use the Game Pass free on day one thing to kind of draw people in to getting it on Xbox. But that might just be a little too optimistic on my part, and this new remaster may actually be Microsoft exclusive. And one last interesting note here, I believe there is a studio in Los Angeles called Artifact Studios who are actually putting together and working on this 10th Skyrim celebration. So whatever it is, Artifact Studios are involved. Regardless of the PS5 release though, I feel like I provided enough reasoning in this video as to why just one more Skyrim remaster actually just works, and I also provided some evidence to support how this could be announced on Skyrim's 10th anniversary as well. And although that evidence doesn't actually confirm anything, it's still pretty solid in my opinion. But as always, what I want to know is, what do you think about all this? Would you actually buy this new final remastered version of Skyrim? No doubt it would be released on PC as well, so that way you can trace all the rays on PC. Would you totally dig this? Would you be interested, or do you think this is perhaps a little too many remasters of Skyrim? Either way, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed the content, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It's a huge help, and also share this video because sharing content is the best way a community can help grow a channel and a community. And also, if you enjoy the content, be sure to subscribe as well. And even if you are subscribed already, check to make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube randomly unsubscribes people for some reason without their knowledge, and be sure to turn notifications on. Only 10% of my subscribers have notifications turned on, so please go to the channel page and hit that bell, hit that notification icon. And lastly, if you want to go above and beyond to support the channel and community, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. It helps ensure that I'm able to keep making content like this. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when I wonder if I use Rohan's Heaven's Door ability on Todd Howard, if I can make him release the Elder Scrolls 6 a little bit earlier.
It just works.